All right, week 8 of football season is here, and a lot of good district matchups. I'm Ralph Cooper, joined by Kayla Pace, and as we do every week, we're going to start things off by getting into our pick'ems of the week, some of the top games going on around the area.
All right, and it's been getting even more competitive as the weeks go on. Let's see, this week we have me and Ralph taking Permian over Tascosa. Everyone else took Tascosa. And then across the board, we have picks for Stratford and Canadian. Or no, I'm sorry about that. Coach Reese picked Vega. But otherwise, we have all picks for Canadian, 4 picks for Stratford, and we will see how those play out tonight.
All right, now it's time for our game of the week. One of the most anticipated games of this season, Canadian versus Childress. Canadian at home. Canadian won those last 2 last year. So let's check out, see how they did tonight.
And like Ralph said, highly anticipated game. We're going to see Childress right here. Quarterback Luke Latimer drops back to pass it deep, and he's going to hit his wide receiver right here in the hands, but no catch there. Canadian's defense draped all over him. Here we see on the run right here, Latimer taking it down, gets the first down, and that would set up this score right here to the corner of the end zone. At the half, Canadian was up 17-16, but we'll have the second half highlights and an interview with the winning coach later in the show.
All right, now earlier this week, our Lance Launer sat down with new Purdue Boilermaker on King Daru on his much anticipated decision and what made him take his talents to the Big Ten.
Here we are with King Daru, Tascosa running back. Man, what a week, King. I mean, you go down and you beat Midland High to open up district, and then there are just a slew of schools after you, and you make Purdue the decision. Yep. 1% of the population gets the opportunity to sign D1. What was that opportunity like?
It was a blessing. It was a long process. I didn't think I would get through it. It was hard making my decision, but like after I made it, it was such a relief.
Everybody was kind of thinking TCU, Baylor, Notre Dame. What was it about Purdue that made the final decision?
It was like everything. It seemed like all positives. Like I love the coaches. I built a good relationship with Coach Braun. We had like these meetings every Monday where I talked to him, and it would be like for a good 30 minutes, and we'll just get to know each other, and it was like something mutual, and we just like felt that connection. And Coach Barclay, the running back coach, we built a good friendship as well. And I feel like I'm not just wanted at Purdue, I'm also needed, and I could go in and play as a true freshman and be a big impact.
That's awesome. What about the education there? It's an incredible reputation.
Yes, they have a good educational field, academic background. I want to major in kinesiology, and I feel like their kinesiology major is really good.
Nice. Hey, was it a relief a little bit because you went down to Midland and ripped them up for like 145 yards?
Yeah, it was a great
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Are you just able to relax a little bit?
Yeah, big time. It was kind of stressing. All the like different colleges, different schools texting me, calling me. I mean, it's all a blessing, but like it was a relief after I committed. Like it was a big relief.
And then social media, King, 61,000 views. Your video, you announced it that way, it blew up. What was that like?
The video, I kind of tricked everybody with the T-shirts and all the Baylor shirt, Texas A&M, Notre Dame hat. I tricked everybody, but yeah, it blew up. It blew up a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, let's do some quick hitters. Why do you wear number 16?
All right, so it was my sophomore year. I've always worn 22 because Emmitt Smith's my all-time favorite running back. So I've always worn 22. But then my sophomore year when I got on varsity, senior already had 22. So Coach Galt gave me number 16. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And like ever since then, I just been wearing 16.
All right, now let's check out this game from yesterday. Another great game, much anticipated. But early on, Permian would take the early lead. This is Ed Williams finding the outside, finding a little space, and he'll cross the plane for the first score of the night. Coming up, the Rebels' first drive of the game right here. Joseph Plunk finding King Daru right there, and King holding on to the ball despite the big hit right there. And a few plays later, the Rebels trying to punch it in, but great defensive play right here. Look at this strip. He gets it out. It's in the end zone. It's a scramble for it. And, I mean, Permian said they had it, but the refs threw his hands up. There's no taking that back. It's TD for Tascosa. Permian would go on to win this one, 32-25. All right, we've got a lot of great 5A action today. Amarillo's back in action against PD after falling to Lubbock. Coronado, you were at that game. Let's check out those highlights.
All right, and the little cheerleaders from the Amarillo High Cheer Clinic out tonight, and Bo Barker back on the field for the first time since his injury against Randall, but it took him a bit to get warmed up. Here he gets picked off by Trayson Dilworth. Dons get excited about it, but they didn't capitalize. Later, they try to run the ball on 4th down inside their own 20. Not a good idea. He gets brought down. The Sandies have great field positioning in the red zone, and this time Barker's throw a little bit more successful into the hands of Brady Bartholomew for the Sandies' first touchdown of the night. And right after that touchdown, Amarillo is going to kick it off to the Dons right here, and Jose Perez, he's a receiver on this, and he drops it. Both teams pile on trying to get their hands on that ball, but Amarillo is going to come up with that one. They get the ball back in their possession, and this time Barker finds Bartholomew again for his second score of the night. Amarillo goes up early and stays there. Final score 35-7.
All right, Randall trying to get their second district win, trying to start off 2-0 in district right here at the end of the first half. The Raiders get a big block. They could have scored right here, but they weren't able to recover it. A few plays later right here, the quarterback Lott looking downfield, trying to find something, didn't see much. So he just steps out of bounds, and they would just settle for a field goal. But despite these highlights, the Raiders had a great game. They will win this one 31-8.
All right, and another 5A score tonight, Caprock and Cooper. Cooper wins against Caprock 28-12.
All right, yeah, so we didn't see a lot of that Randall game, but 31-8, and Coach Selman preached it all year that the non-district schedule wasn't what they cared about. They cared about what they did in district, and so far, do we think these Raiders can keep it up? 2-0 is a great start right now.
Yeah, no, it seems like district is going to be their strong point this season, and that's what they were building towards, and it seems like it's working.
All right, guys, stick with us. We got more football coming up after the break.